So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm going to tell you something that I didn't think I would be making a video about. What is it? Well, it's not always about physical media. Sometimes, and I mean sometimes, streaming is okay. Don't go crazy. I mean, I don't mean full streaming. I mean, but it is okay sometimes to get digital movies and watch things streaming.
But she's a witch.
All right, now don't go overboard. Number one, I'm not a witch, but number two, I'm a he, not a she. But either way, let's get into the video before I get any more controversial reactions. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
I am not listening to Jeffrey, but he's still talking.
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JeffMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JeffMan316. And I wanted to get one more little video out before the beginning of the new year. So this will probably be the last video that posts in 2024. Before we get into it, hit me up on JeffMan316 Live. That's usually Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. We watch along to a movie, talk about pop culture, talk about topics like this. Physical media versus streaming. Now, I've got a lot of videos on this channel where I'm an advocate for physical media, and you see it's all around me. So I'm not going to say that physical media, is going to die anytime soon. I'm not going to say that. Obviously, we got a lot of bad news this year about losing several brick and mortar stores that sell physical media, but it's still going strong, especially for collectors, through a lot of boutique labels and stuff like that. But I'm always an advocate. Watch some of my videos about it. Main reasons are, number one, censorship. It tends to not be censored on physical media, even though there's been a couple times that it is. But sometimes streaming services will censor things and you don't even realize they're doing it. Special features, usually on digital media, streaming sites, that kind of stuff. You don't get special features. You do on discs. I like commentaries, especially with some of my favorite directors like, John Carpenter, for instance, back in the day when I listened to some of the ones he did. So you get special features there. It's just a never-ending list to me why. I'm not going to go back over the list. Like I said, watch my old videos. But in certain circumstances, it is okay to choose a digital or streaming option. Now, I will let you know, every movie that I buy that's got a digital code in it, I redeem it. The ones that I've given away on the site are because I either own it already, or I already had it in my library for some reason. Some people have given me codes before, because I know there are certain physical media collectors that I've seen toss out the digital codes, or I've watched them do unboxings and they literally give them out on the channel, or they just say, I don't do digital. Now, one of the main reasons that I do is accessibility. And I say that because I work away from home. Sometimes have to stay late at work. Obviously, take an hour lunch most days. If there's something I want to watch and there's nothing really else to do, I'll actually watch some of my movies like on Fandango at home, or if it's on a streaming service like Netflix or whatever, sometimes I'll watch it. Now, I have pared down a lot of my streaming services, and part of it was because I noticed that they started dropping movies off of it, or some of the actual producers of the films, like Paramount, they didn't have like the Paramount movies that they produced themselves. Like at one point, the Friday the 13th movies were not even on Paramount Plus, which sounds ridiculous if you think about it. But either way, I've pared some of those down. I still do have Netflix, I still do have Prime, and I know I've got Max, but I got rid of Starz. I was going to get rid of Paramount Plus, but it ended up being included free in my Walmart Plus subscription. If I get rid of that, I won't have it. So I don't have as many. But one of you, we were chatting, and we were talking about how at Fandango at Home, which used to be Vudu, right now they've got a sale. I did purchase movies, and I'll tell you why, each one of them, and that'll give you some of the reasons, not just accessibility, of why that I purchase digital sometimes. There's a movie called The Cigarette. Now, if you read the description of that, it sounded pretty funny. And so it's a horror movie, but it looked like it had some comedy tone to it. It was only $1.99. And I think there might be a disc of that, but why would I buy it if I can get it that cheap? Now, there were 3 movies that I did pay $5 a piece for. One is Killcraft, and that's a movie that I don't think is available in physical media, but it stars one of the people that I've interviewed on the channel that's been in some independent films that I've covered on the channel before, Sanaya Lutsis. Now, I really got that mainly to support her and to watch it and see if I liked it. There's another movie called The Duchess, and it looked like it was a really cool action-oriented movie with a female lead, and I think it's like $30 for the Blu Ray, and it looks like it's a manufactured on-demand disc. Now, I wasn't going to take a chance on a $30 movie that's not even from a major distributor. So that's another reason right there. You can buy a movie digital, watch it to see if you would even be interested in buying it on physical media. And if not, you only wasted a few bucks. The last movie I got was called Scream Therapy. Now, I really like the description of that, and I've actually watched it, and it's a pretty good horror comedy type mix. And I think there's a DVD available of it only for like $12, but this was in high definition, and I think I got it for $5. So I didn't really see a lot else on there. There was bundles that I know a lot of movie collections were in and TV series that would be way cheaper than discs. And there were also a lot of movies that seem to be Prime exclusives, like the new Roadhouse, that you could get for $5. It would be in your digital collection, and you don't have to have Prime. So I know there's a lot of people out there that still don't pay for Prime and may not have Prime Video. So that's another option. You can get movies that are Prime exclusives. You can still get them digitally and watch them without having to pay for Prime separately. So there's a lot of reasons why you would support it. Now, I'm not going to go all in and say that I'm ever going to go all digital.
Golf clap? Golf clap.
Because I think another reason is sometimes the picture quality isn't quite as good. There is a difference in watching a physical disc that's uncompressed in 4K or sometimes in actual high definition on a Blu-ray that looks better than some of the scenes that you would see compressed for streaming. Now, I've seen that a lot. So if you're a real fan of a movie, I still am an advocate for physical media. But I've laid out several arguments there where you can get just as much bang for your buck, sometimes more, by going digital. Or, last but not least, if you do redeem your digital codes, you've got a backup. What happens if you were watching a movie and you dropped it, or you scratched it, or you loaned it to somebody, God forbid? We were talking about that on a live stream. Do you loan your movies out? I don't want to get off topic, but what happens if you loan one of your movies out and it gets scratched and you can't play it anymore? If you redeemed it, the digital code, you could at least watch it in the meantime until you decide can it be replaced or if it could be replaced. I will say, though, that sometimes you get discs that have theatrical and unrated versions on them, and you really only usually get one version, mostly the theatrical version, when you go all digital with it. So that's another reason that the physical disc is also good. So there's lots of reasons. I got a ton of videos on this channel where I let you know why I'm an advocate of physical media, and I always will be. So watch some of that past content and let me know in the comments down below. Do you use your digital codes? If so, do you also have streaming services that you support? And are you doing a good balance of digital versus physical in your collection? I obviously am top heavy on physical. If you look all around me, I got movies everywhere. But there's still value in streaming and still value in digital. So let me know in the comments down below if you agree. And while you're down there, hit the like button, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the normal YouTube stuff. I'm not a heretic. I'm not going all in digital. Don't think that. I'm still supporting physical media, and hopefully you'll still support it too and support me. And then you can support me in all kinds of ways. My socials are down below. The links where you can send some financial support if you want are down below. And otherwise, just watch all my content and like it all. That really does help the most because it gets me out into the algorithm and it gets my videos going. So I really appreciate all the support you guys gave me in 2024 and hope you'll continue to do it in 2025. And here's the best wishes and a happy new year to everybody. Until next time, boys and girls, this has been JevMan316. As always, I'm your pop culture reporter, and I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard.